Hello students, welcome to EPG Pashala. I am Dr. Rajwant from DAV College Jalandhar. Today we are going to talk on module marketing planning from paper marketing management. After completing this module, you will be able to understand the concept of marketing planning, explain the process of marketing planning, then you will be able to understand the significance of marketing planning and you will be in a better position to describe the essentials of effective marketing planning. What is marketing planning? Basically, marketing planning means deciding in advance what to do, when to do, how to do, and who will do a particular marketing task. It is a managerial function of determining the future course of action of marketing department by assessing marketing environment, internal environment, past events, and establishing a plan for total marketing program to facilitate execution and control for better achievement of marketing objectives. The success of brands like Amul Butter, Dettol, Colgate toothpaste, it is the result of marketing planning organized successfully. So, marketing planning is important for the success in today's environment. Now, let us discuss about marketing planning process. It contains various steps. First of all, that is analyzing the marketing environment, then assessing the internal environment, setting marketing objectives, and the next one is framing marketing policies. And after this, a marketing strategy is developed. Then it also involves formulating functional plans and programs. And after this, secondary plans are prepared and then these plans are implemented. So the first step in the marketing planning process is first of all to analyze the marketing environment. As the goods and these goods are produced and to be offered to the consumers or the buyers who are the part of the external environment. So the study of their preferences, tastes, buying motives, willingness to buy, paying capacity, and desire for credit, these all will help in formulating a realistic marketing plan. So, there is also a need to assess the intensity of competition which may emerge from existing firms, new entrants, and firms dealing in substitute products. Competitors' marketing strategies and policies, these should be thoroughly assessed. It will provide direction for effective planning. And apart from this, political, environment, economic, social, cultural, technological, legal, political, demographic, and ecological factors must be analyzed. This analysis will definitely reveal opportunities or threats for the firm. It will also give clue about potential demand. On the basis of this analysis, the firm can prepare itself with effective marketing plans and programs to act as early beginners for availing the opportunities or protect from threats emerging from the environment. The firm thus prepares the customer's profile, supplier's profile, industry profile, market profile, and competitor's profile for better assessment of this environment. So, the next step is assessing the internal environment. The firm assesses the internal environment to determine its own strengths and weaknesses. So, it may be its production capacity or product, manpower, technology, financial resources, or marketing capabilities. So, outdated technology, inadequate working capital, high cost of production, less trained workers, or low productivity, these could be the weaknesses of some firms. However, firms, better technology, large network of distributors, innovative product, large product range, high quality, large market base, or large production capacity. These could be their strengths. These all could be strengths, or some of these variables can be their strength. So which may be used to counter competitive moves and cover its weaknesses. Next step is setting marketing objectives. Objectives are the end results to be achieved. So it is necessary to lay down marketing objectives first, so as to channelize all the marketing activities towards the achievement of these objectives which are laid down. Marketing efforts will get a direction when objectives are established. Marketing objectives should be set in the light of firm's overall objectives. And a marketing manager, he sets marketing objectives or targets which may be financial or non-financial. Financial marketing objectives are specific rate of return on investment, gross profit to sales, then sales revenue, or certain market share. Whereas non-financial marketing objectives are utilization of production capacity, building corporate image, creating awareness about product, etc. So these marketing objectives, these are important, but these should be clear, specific, and realistic. Then comes framing marketing policies. Policies are the general statements which provide guidance to managers in their decision making. So these act as guide to thinking. Policies, these are guide to thinking. Marketing policies define boundaries within which decisions can be taken and directed towards the attainment of marketing objectives. So various marketing policies, these are formulated keeping in mind various marketing objectives. These may relate to product or price, distribution or promotion. Developing marketing strategy. Strategy, it is a competitive policy. It aims at counteracting the marketing changes. Marketing strategy, it is a comprehensive and integrated plan of action designed to achieve marketing objectives. And for formulating marketing strategy, a firm must decide a target market by analyzing the market and selecting some segments as it thinks appropriate. That is, market segmentation is done and target market is selected. The customer's profile, characteristics, buying behavior, or motives in target market is studied, which will help in finalizing the marketing mix. Further, product positioning and product differentiation, it is decided, and after this an appropriate marketing mix is developed. The relative weightage of each component, that is product, price, promotion and distribution, in the total marketing program, it is decided, and the impact of uncontrollable factors on this marketing mix is determined. Various product, price, distribution and promotion strategies, these are decided for the target market, and different strategies, these are then coordinated for developing overall marketing strategy. The next step is formulating functional plans and programs. So for the success of marketing strategies, detailed functional plans are prepared. These are basically the sub plans and include sales force plan, pricing plan, sales and profit plan, product mix plan, distribution channels plan, then sales promotion plan, cash flow plan or advertising plan. The functional plans, these are activity related plans. These plans are sub programs. These are then consolidated into marketing program. Program is basically a sequence of activities designed to implement policies and achieve objectives. So program also establishes the time schedule. Thus various sub programs as well as the overall marketing program is prepared, which chalk out the sequences of activities and the time schedule. So this comprehensive marketing program, it becomes the marketing plan. And then comes preparing secondary plans. So marketing plans, when these are prepared, then there is need to determine the resources required, that is physical, financial, and human sources to implement the plan. Physical resources means warehousing or material handling equipment, and financial resources mean amount or finance required to carry out various marketing operations, and human source means manpower required to implement the plans. So planning is or the plans are made for these. The marketing plan which has been designed and resources arranged are executed to achieve the defined marketing objectives. So the plan which is prepared, that is implemented. However, for effective planning, it is essential that planning is properly monitored and controlled also. So next is marketing plans are formulated. Marketing plan, it is a document of future course of action specifying in detail the marketing objectives of firm and the way the marketing manager is going to use marketing mix components for achieving marketing objectives. And to discuss about the various types of marketing plans, the plans can be classified first of all as structural or functional plans and time based plans. Structural plans, these are based on the functions of marketing department. These plans are a sales force plan, pricing plan, advertising and sales promotion plan, physical distribution plan, distribution channel plan, marketing research plan, or a product mix plan. So these specific plans are made, and on the basis of these plans a well integrated marketing plan is designed. And on the other hand, the time based plans, these are the plans which show the time dimensions for marketing plans. There are short term marketing plans and long term marketing plans. Short term marketing plans are normally for a period of up to say 1 year. Such marketing plans relate to advertising, sales force recruitment, product pricing, distribution channels, etc. Long term plans, these are of more than 1 year and may extend to 5 or 10 years. These plans relate to entering new markets, developing new products, or following vertical or horizontal marketing systems. Let us discuss now the various types of marketing planning. There are basically three types of planning. One is strategic planning. Strategic planning is the process of determining how to attain firm's marketing objectives with the help of available resources, and it is done at the top level and involves the assessment of strengths and weaknesses of the firm. It has a wider scope. A strategic planning, it involves a longer perspective for 8 or 10 years. The things are assessed in terms of their long term consequences. The strategic plan of the firm can be widening the market base. Then comes another type, that is a tactical planning. It is done to meet specific requirements and its duration is small. It is undertaken by middle level management to evaluate the performance of a particular product or market. And the third type is operational planning. It relates with planning of routine marketing activities, and it is done at the lower level of management, that is by supervisory staff. Operational planning, it has a narrow scope. It is done for a short period. For example, operational planning, it may relate to improvement in present period sales of one product only. So let us discuss now the importance of marketing planning. Obviously, market planning, it has important role in the survival and growth of firm. It helps in forcing the opportunities and devising ways to take advantage from them. So marketing planning, definitely it is important as it provides number of benefits, like it helps to foresee the future. So planning is the process of thinking before doing. It involves assessing the past performance and predicting the future. So marketing manager forces the future and plans the things in best possible manner. So efforts are made to identify the likely future events and designing a course of action to meet market needs. Then comes another importance, that is optimum utilization of resources. The physical, finance, and human sources, these are assessed and course of action is planned accordingly. So an effective marketing mix is developed as per the organization's resources and prevailing external environment. The resources are allocated in such a way that firm will get maximum market share. The activities are coordinated well, which reduces the uncertainties and wastages. Product is developed as per the customer need. Realistic prices are set. Effective distribution channel is employed. Best promotional tools are used. So this ensure a complete package with assured returns. Another advantage of marketing planning is that it helps in knowing opportunities and threats. So as marketing planning involves the scanning of environment, that is political, social, cultural, or demographic factors, etc. So such scanning reveals opportunities or threats prevailing in the environment. So course of action is planned in advance to make best possible use of probable opportunity. So plans are made to reduce the impact of probable events representing threat to the firm's existence. So a firm is prepared with better action plans to minimize the impact of dreadful events likely to occur in near future. So there will be no need of crisis management if there is proper marketing planning after scanning the environment and knowing the opportunities and threats. Then comes the another advantage, that is of coordinated efforts. So a marketing program is prepared by giving due weightage to each component of marketing mix, and then an integrated plan is developed with a right mixture of product, price, promotion, and distribution activities. So an organized and well coordinated marketing program is chalked out for successful implementation of marketing strategies. So thus marketing planning helps in synchronizing various marketing activities and achieving marketing objectives through coordinated efforts. Management by objectives is also possible with the help of marketing planning. So as in marketing planning, marketing objectives are first set and these are communicated to everyone concerned in the organization. So these objectives act as standards against which the performance of marketing manager or other marketing staff is measured. So everyone remains focused and conscious. Periodic meetings are also conducted to see the smooth implementation of marketing program. So after the end of a definite period, the performance is assessed in terms of marketing objectives achieved. So thus, management by objectives is possible with the help of marketing planning. Among other various advantages of marketing planning, there is one advantage, that is management by exception is possible with the help of marketing planning. Top management, it has very little time to devote in day-to-day functioning of a marketing department. So in marketing planning, marketing objectives, these are laid down, marketing policies and strategies, these are framed, and a detailed marketing program is prepared. Thus the middle level and lower level management is clear about each and every aspect. They do not need clarifications and directions time and again from the top level management. Thus top management is free to devote much time for strategic planning. It needs to interfere only in exceptional matters when something is not going as per plan. So there is no need to interfere in routine matters if everything is going well. Similarly, a marketing manager, he will be able to spare more time for coordination and control as the marketing program is chalked out properly. The authority can be delegated to the subordinates for proper execution. Thus, marketing management by exception is possible for the marketing managers too. And then comes the advantage of control, that control is facilitated by marketing planning. Control means determining the actual performance, measuring it with standards or expected performance, finding out the deviations, and then taking corrective measures. In marketing planning, marketing objectives, these act as standards against which performance of marketing departments is evaluated, and deviations from the standards is ascertained. Reasons for such deviations, these are also studied, and then corrective action is taken if needed. Without planning, control is not possible. So marketing planning sets objectives which are used as standards. Now I am going to discuss the limitations of planning. First, a limitation of marketing planning is inaccurate data. As the marketing planning, it is based on detailed information collected from various sources. So it will be effective when data is scientifically collected and estimates and forecasts are logically made. If the data is not reliable, then decisions taken on the basis of this data will also be unreliable. So in such cases, marketing planning will lose its value. The another limitation of marketing planning is resistance to change. In some organizations, marketing personnel do not like changes. So their passive outlook to new ideas makes marketing planning ineffective, and it becomes difficult to achieve marketing objectives in such situation. Sometimes in a firm, planning may require frequent changes for some period, but non-cooperation of marketing staff to make changes becomes a problem. Then external factors, these also put a limitation to effective planning. External factors like economic, political, legal, social, or demographic factors, these sometimes reduce the utility of marketing planning. So in case these important external variables, these are not assessed properly, the whole process of making marketing plan, it will prove futile. Then cost involved and the time involved, that is also an important factor, and it may limit the effectiveness of marketing planning. The time and cost involved in collecting reliable information, that is really significant. So small firms sometimes they avoid detailed surveys due to cost constraints. Planning in such situations will not be effective when detailed information is not collected. The another limitation is loss of initiative. The better ways of doing work may be explored when free hand is given to employees and the way of doing things is left to their judgment. When objectives are set, employees become focused and try to do things as per the plans. So they do not think beyond these plans, and this restricts the innovation in marketing operations. So now let us discuss the essentials for effective marketing planning so that various benefits will definitely accrue. So for this, there should be support of top management. This is the first essential. The planning is effective when it is initiated at the top level. So first of all, corporate objectives should be set at the top level, and then marketing objectives should be laid down. Proper resources should also be allocated by top management for achieving corporate objectives as well as marketing objectives. The involvement of top management, it will definitely encourage marketing department to execute marketing plans effectively. So next comes participation. It is a basic essential for effective planning. A participation of subordinates in marketing planning, it will help in its effective execution. So the subordinates, they will be more committed to achieve marketing objectives. And the another requirement is focus on short term and long term planning. Short term planning is necessary to meet current situation, whereas long-term marketing planning is necessary for firms' survival and expansion. So both the planning, that is short-term and long-term, should be given equal attention. Long-term planning will set ultimate goals, but these should be achieved through long-term planning. And another requirement is communication. Marketing plans should be communicated to those who are responsible to execute them, and lack of communication will definitely reduce the effectiveness of marketing planning. So, marketing plans should be very clear to everyone. Then comes reliable data. It is important requirement for effective marketing planning. So, it is necessary that accurate information is collected as far as possible, as the estimates should be based on scientific calculations. So, reliable data should be taken, data should be accurate, so it will make marketing planning more meaningful and effective. And another requirement is realistic marketing objectives. Actually, the marketing objectives, they should be laid down in such a way that these could be achieved in reality with sincere efforts. So these should not be like these standards which cannot be achieved even with extraordinary efforts. So it will bring frustration rather to the persons who are hardworking. So the marketing objectives which I said, these should be realistic. Then there is need of coordination. Marketing planning can be successful only when all the sub-plans, these are integrated well, and an organized comprehensive marketing plan is designed. So next essential, which is very important, that is flexibility. Actually, marketing planning should never be rigid. If the situation demands, a necessary changes should be made in the plans as per the organizational and market need. So students, let us summarize what we have learned from this module. Planning is necessary for all marketing activities. Marketing planning, it is the instrument used to attain the desired marketing objectives through optimum use of limited resources. Marketing planning involves decision making, which makes use of detailed information collected through surveys or market research. It results into detailed and systematic program of actions to achieve marketing goals and objectives. The process of marketing planning, it is complex and includes certain steps such as number one is analyzing marketing environment, then assessing the internal environment, setting marketing objectives. Next step is framing marketing policies, then developing marketing strategy, formulating functional plans and programs, preparing secondary plans, and implementing the plan. Thus, marketing planning, it involves decision making that is reflected through marketing plans or plan. A marketing plan, it is a document of future course of action specifying in detail the marketing objectives of firm and the way marketing manager is going to use the marketing mix components for achieving marketing objectives. Marketing plans can be classified as structural or functional plans and time based plans. Structural plans, these are based on the functions of a marketing department. Time based plans, these are the plans which show the time dimensions for marketing plans. So there are short term marketing plans and long term marketing plans. Marketing planning, it is a process and can be classified on the basis of level of management at which it is initiated. It can be of three types, such as strategic planning, tactical planning, and operational planning. Marketing planning, it has assumed an important role in the survival and growth of the firm. It is important as it provides number of benefits. It is helpful in foreseeing the future, making optimum utilization of resources, knowing opportunities and threats, pursuing coordinated efforts, making possible management by objectives and management by exception. It also helps in facilitating control. However, marketing planning, it can't be effective for every firm. There are few limitations or obstacles to effective planning, such as inaccurate data, resistance to change, external factors, expensive, and loss of initiative. So, the various benefits of marketing planning, it will accrue only when it is effectively initiated and implemented. For this, support of top management, participation, focus on short-term and long-term planning, communication, reliable data, realistic marketing objectives, coordination, and flexibility. These will help in achieving desired results. Thank you.